Imagine when you are living in poverty, you got nothing from the government, and the government choose to focus on the gambling offender. Government choose to give them social service and skill training rather than imprisonment. Government easily forget what they do. The thing that they do is literal crime. Even there's a law written for it. So it's ridiculous for the government to protect them to receive consequence. When outside of that, there's a lot of poor people that seeking for government's help. Poor people are actually deserve those skill training to make their life better and to escape poverty. Not allowing gambling offenders to being jailed won't make things better. Since those culprits won't do any reflection of their action, they will easily think like, oh, I could gamble more and the government would give me a little tax and I'll be free. Those culprits will fear nothing. They don't get a real consequence too. And gambling offenders not only coming from poor, they come from any state of wealth. They come from addiction. There's a lot of type from them. People who addicted to online gambling that's satisfied by the money amount that they get, or someone who's addicted to online loan sharks just to fed up their society life by buying expensive things without seeing their capacity. And the government might say that when the gambler offender get jailed, their family would lose a family figure. Getting jailed were much better, since if those gambler offender didn't get any consequence, they will probably repeating their action again and again. Moreover, if they repeat it again, they will harm their family too, since they will get chased by debt, and when those culprits didn't be responsible for their gambling debt, the one who will get chased is their family, and their family will suffer in debt. Their family will get embarrassed in social life, and even if those gambling offenders get jailed, they will come out as a better person when they have finished their prison punishment. Since we know in prison, prisoners will get a serious skill training while they are reflecting crime that they have committed. It will making regretfulness since they left their family in debt, and they will think, I should haven't committed this at first. And the government might also say that gambling offender will meet worse person in jail, and they will become a worse person too. And that is actually a short accusation, since if you can imagine what if those gambling offenders be, if they only sit at home and living the help from the government, they will think it's a comfortable life and they won't regret their crime. They tend to repeating it. Moreover, when they were in jail, there's a lot of inspectors that were looking for them, so they cannot do reckless thing. And those gambling offenders get a skill training, so they will learn how to earn money from those skills, not from gambling. Even if they become worse, they have repeat their action by getting punishment. And gambling offenders are already paying their mistake by social service. The government might say that too. Do you think it's even fair when what they do is crime? And it could harm others too. And since they might steal, rob, or kill for earning money to gamble, it's ridiculous to shield them from a real punishment. Moreover, they should enter jail or they won't reflect their crime. And it will consider as fair since those culprits have gotten a consequence, not only just staying home, relaxing without feeling guilty. Even if they have to social service, it doesn't enough to pay off their harmful crime. And to make this debate clear, I explained the framework. We don't want those gambling offenders to only stay at home without regret of their earlier crime that they are committing. In our side, they will get jailed, but they will also given skill training. Inside prison, they will reflect their mistake and come out as a better person. And in other side, those culprits will only receive social service without any impactful punishment. Those culprits have a big chance to repeat their action. And for my argument, being imprisonment teach people how to be responsible to do their action. And when those culprits getting jailed, they will start to think, oh, I deserve this, since yes, a crime should be paid by punishment. It's ridiculous to think social service and skill training are enough for this, because it affects nothing for them. And they will think it's fine because there's no punishment. They will do it again and again, and the government will fail to stop the gambling offender. And being jailed is actually a responsible action for those culprits who did crime, so they can reflect and become better. And for my second argument, it's unequal for other poor people who didn't do crime. Other poor people trying so hard to feed their family, to enter their kids to school, and gambling offender easily get money and even getting help from government, when those people who drowned in poverty suffered and ignored from the government. Is it even fair when what the gambling offender feed is their addiction, and when other poor people trying to feed family of four? Government should focus on helping those poor, not those culprits, since those culprits didn't do gambling to feed their family, but to fed up their ego and addiction, not because they are poor. So, poor people collecting a drink can for food, but gambling offenders are using their whole wage for addiction, and government is ridiculous to help them. The government should have helped the poor.